What's up everyone, it's Natalie here, and today I am filming the most overrated, not overrated, the most overdone video on the internet. It is the reading my assumptions, or reading your assumption, I can't talk, okay, sorry, I'm gonna get comfortable. I'm wearing sweats too, so. The reading your assumptions about me and addressing them, and when I first saw this video, I was like, I am never gonna do that because I don't wanna cry. But then I saw a bunch of people doing it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna copy all of them and jump on the bandwagon. So I'm probably like the last person to do this, and you guys are probably so sick of all of these assumption videos, but I've literally watched like every single one on YouTube, you guys. People that I don't follow, people that I've never heard of, I've watched their assumptions video, and I'm like, why? I don't even know who you are. Like, and I'm just like obsessed with them. So if you guys are new and are also like me and was like, I don't even know why I'm watching your assumptions video because I don't know you, then comment that down below. We're gonna get into this. First thing we're gonna address, you were the popular girl in high school and college. No, I was not popular. I was not, here's how I would describe it. I've seen so many videos and everyone gets this. You were the popular girl, like everyone gets this assumption about them, and people say, in my high school, we didn't really have popular people, which I just think is like, I don't know, can I call their bluff on that? Can I just say BS on that? Because I feel like every high school has popular people. Like, even if we don't like saying the word popular, everyone has that group that like, if you were like, oh, those are the popular girls in high school, like people know who they are. I was not in that group. Freshman year, I was definitely not in that group. I wasn't like an outcast. I wasn't eating alone or anything like that, but I was very content with my friend group, and normally the popular girls in high school for me were the girls that drank with the older people. They would like drink and go to parties freshman year with like the juniors, and those were like the cool girls. I wasn't in that group. They weren't mean. They didn't like bully people. It wasn't that sort of popular. But I just wasn't in that group. And then by senior year, I kind of just was friends with everyone. So I had friends in different groups, but I hung out. I had like a good group of friends, and we just all hung out, and we would always go to each other's houses, and we would invite like people from all different groups of high school to like come and hang out with us and stuff like that, and have like pool parties and like poker nights and stuff like that. So that's kind of the friend group I was in, but it wasn't like the popular group. And in college, there definitely isn't popular people, I feel like, in college. Especially at least at my school. I went to a school with like 40,000 people, so it'd be hard to be popular. You look like you care too much about what people think about you. So this one, if I look like that, that sucks because I don't. I want to say that in high school, I was super insecure. I definitely cared what people thought about me. I definitely was like, I had my YouTube in high school and I never wanted to tell people about it. I was so embarrassed. I thought people would think it was weird, and when they found out about it, which they did, they definitely made fun of me for it. For me, that was like such a crucial point in my life, and then when people started like finding out about my YouTube channel and making fun of me for it, I like definitely cared what people thought about me. Like, I remember some people would leave comments on my Instagram that were like, oh my god, I love your videos, and I would delete them because I didn't want people from my high school to know I made YouTube videos, which is just so stupid of me to have cared that much, but I definitely did. Now I am at a point where I'm very confident in myself, and I actually don't care at all what people think about me. I know who I am as a person, and I love what I'm doing in life. And so like, I genuinely don't care. Like, I wear what I want to wear, I do what I want to do. I am not like posting for other people's approval or anything like that. So I really don't care what people think about me. I feel like the mentality that I have had probably since like sophomore year of college is that if you care that much about what I'm doing or about my life, like that honestly shows so much on you, because I don't even think about other people that much. If that answers it, I don't care what people think about me. It's like kind of bad. Sometimes I probably should care more because I'm just like, The next one that I got a lot is, you want to quit your job and be a full-time YouTuber. I work a 9-to-5 consulting job. So I graduated college in May, and I work a consulting job, and it's like one of the big consulting companies, and I'm on a client site and I'm on a project, and I kind of work in technology. So that is what my job is, like my LinkedIn type of job is. I also do YouTube full-time, and in college I didn't really have the option to do YouTube full-time when I graduated. I I didn't have enough money to do it full time, to be honest. I wasn't making enough on YouTube to make it a living. There wasn't really an option for me not to have like a traditional job like that, like not to look for jobs after college. And also, I spent 4 years of my life studying engineering. Like, I wanted to get a good job out of it. Just, I don't know, for myself, I guess. And I also think that having experience in like the corporate world or in a like traditional job and learning in a big company is really, really useful in life. And even if I want to start my own business and even in YouTube, like it's actually really, really helpful. So I did want to get a real job. The assumption is that I want to quit and do YouTube full time. I'm not gonna quit right now, but I don't think I will be working a traditional job forever, but also I don't want to do YouTube and only YouTube full time, if that makes sense. If I ever did quit, I would be doing something else, and I already have other things that I'm like stirring up in my mind about what I want to do next. I don't think I could do YouTube, like just YouTube. I also have an online store, so like I would definitely do that and like focus more on that, but I don't think I could ever just do YouTube because I would get so unbelievably bored just doing YouTube, to be honest, because I feel like I don't spend 40 hours a week, for example, doing YouTube stuff. So I just like wouldn't know what to do. Like I'd be so bored, I feel like. This one is similar. It said you would 100% quit your job to pursue YouTube full time if finances allowed. I don't really think right now it's about the finances because I am making enough on YouTube to do it full time. Like I honestly am making more on YouTube than I am on my actual job. So it's not really about that anymore. It's just about like, I wanna have a experience in the corporate world. It's teaching me a lot. I think that it's really, like, I like that I'm using my degree. So I guess, yeah, that's like, it's not exactly about finances, but I guess when I was applying for jobs and stuff in college, I didn't even have the option to do YouTube full time because of finances. So I guess it's like, kind of has to do with that. The next one is you spend a lot of time on social media. I actually don't. Again, I really don't spend that much time on social media. I spend the most time on social media when I'm like beyond bored, but if I post a picture on Instagram, for example, I literally won't look at it until like 3 hours later, and I'll be like, because I'm on Instagram again. I'm not constantly scrolling. I don't have my notifications on Instagram on, so it's not like I'm like constantly getting notified about things. Instagram's like the main social media that I use anyways, so I don't know. I think my screen time is like an hour a day is average, which is kind of a lot because it's literally just like an hour on your phone. But yeah, I think that's my screen time. Let me see what my screen time was today. Yeah, 1 hour and 15 minutes today. So I guess that's kind of a lot. I don't know. What's your screen time? Someone whose job is social media, I actually don't like using it that much because I don't want it to like get to me, like get to my head in the sense of like, oh my god, like I got this many likes in this many minutes. Like I don't really pay attention to that anymore just because I don't want to. I feel like it's really unhealthy, and I just don't care that much about like likes and how many people who viewed my story or whatever. Like I don't know. I feel like I know people who spend way more time on social media and like literally can't go like 5 minutes without checking their phone, which is crazy to me. You get a lot of attention from boys since you're so stunning. Well, thank you for saying that. That is so sweet. No, I don't get a lot of attention from boys. I get some creepy DMs though. Those are fun. I never was one of those people that would have like boys chasing me. Like I was always like in high school again when I like cared a lot about what people thought about me, and like I was always jealous of some of my friends who like always had a guy that was texting them and stuff. Like I literally didn't speak to boys until like 11th grade probably. And then when I go out now at a bar, there's always guys, creepy guys there, but like I can like the same guys that go up to me literally go up to like 10 other girls at the bar. So I don't view myself as special. Someone said you don't actually have to work full time. That, my friend, is a total lie. I go to work at 9, I come back at like 5:30. That's pretty full time to me. And then I also have YouTube and my store, so I work very full time. You don't really like your career, it's just okay to you, and being an engineer isn't your dream. I don't know if I've ever said that being an engineer was my dream. I don't think I did. If I did, that was a total lie. No, being an engineer was never my dream. When I went to college and chose my major, it was because I wanted to find a job that was useful. I wanted to find a career path that was secure and one that I could be good at. So it was never like I was following my passion when I chose my major, which take what you will from that. Some people think it's stupid, some people think it's smart, whatever. I was still doing YouTube when I started college, and that was my way of like having my passion still, creating this side business, using YouTube as my creative outlet. Engineering was never my dream, but it was something that I knew that I could get a good job in, and it was something that I knew was useful, and I knew I wanted to start my own business one day, and engineering was industrial engineering specifically, which is what I did, is kind of like the business engineering, and I really liked math and stuff like that, so I just chose it. My parents also definitely pressured me to do it. I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh no, my parents didn't pressure me at all. I love my parents. I don't say this in any like negative way, but they did kind of like, was like, so engineering or medicine, like that type of thing. Now they're not like that, like with my little sister and stuff, who she's going to college next year, they're definitely more open to different majors. But when I was going to college, it was very, very much like engineering or medicine. You friend zone guys immediately because you have no time. That's funny. I guess, I don't know if I friend zone guys immediately. I just like, I don't know, I'm not boy obsessed. I like having a lot of guy friends. I don't know, I don't think I friend zone guys immediately. You graduated with a 4.0 GPA. No. I graduated, I don't think I've ever said my GPA on the internet. I graduated with a 3.2. 3.2 was my graduating GPA. So, I don't know, not the greatest, but also not bad. I was fine with it. I was not complaining. Literally senior year, I was like, and then the last one that I got, that was literally the one I got like 30 times, like so many times, is your fam has a lot of money and so do you. You're super rich. Your parents are rich AF. You're so rich. Your family's rich. You get the point. You're so rich, but you're still super kind. Thanks. This question also every YouTuber got, and I'm gonna answer it very honestly. I would not consider my family so rich. Like, I'm gonna tell you a backstory of my family first. My parents, they are both immigrants. My dad is from Romania. That's why my last name is Barbu. So many of you guys asked that. And my mom is from Honduras. And my dad, when he was living in Romania, it was a communist country, and they were not allowed to leave the country. Like, they were not allowed to come to the United States. Somehow, my grandpa was able to come to the US because he said that he was going on a vacation, and somehow they allowed him to leave the country. So he left to kind of start a life in America and to start a life for his family. And when the government realized that my grandpa wasn't coming back, they kind of like kicked my dad out of school, they kicked his sister out of school. It was a lot on their family. So 3 years later, they escaped the country via like trains and crossing borders and whatnot. Then they came to the United States. That's a very, very short version of it. So they came to the United States. My dad was out of school for like at least a year already, him and his sister. My grandma was just on her own, like just her and the 2 kids. My grandpa was in the United States. They came to the US with like 1 suitcase for the 3 of them. Crazy stuff. They had absolutely no money. My grandpa came here and worked at like a factory. Didn't speak any English. They speak like a little bit of English, but like no. So he came here and didn't speak a lick of English. He was like a senior in high school and did not speak 1 word of English. He got a scholarship to FIU, which is Florida International University, and my mom came to FIU for college too, so that's how they met. She was an international student, and they got married at 20. They were babies. Had a baby at 22, babies. My older sister was at my parents' college graduation. Insane. They both studied engineering, and they were like dirt poor. Like literally dirt poor. Fast forward however many years, and my dad has his own company now. He just started it though within the past like 10 years. And I am fortunate to say that I think our family is pretty well off, I would say. We're not loaded. We don't have money that we can blow without ever looking at a bank account. Like, we have to, there are times when we have had financial struggles, like really bad financial struggles, and then there were times when we got out of that financial struggle. So we're not super rich. We are well off, and I am so grateful for it. And my dad and my mom have always instilled hard work in me. Like, my mom also had a job, by the way. Like, my mom had her engineering job, my dad had his engineering job also. My parents always taught us to work really hard, and I think that's also why they pushed for me to go into a degree that has like a very secure, high-paying job, just because in their eyes, like when they came to the US, that is what they were here for. They were here to like be successful and come to the United States and live the American dream. That is why I feel like I have that like entrepreneurial spirit. I have very like hard work ethic, and it is because of my parents. So I'm so grateful for that. And I hope that answers the question if I'm rich. No, I'm not rich. Am I well off? Yes. Like, I think that's a good way to say it. I want to be like honest and real with you guys as possible in this video. So I hope that you guys like this super chill video. I hope that I addressed any questions or rumors that you guys had about me. Thank you guys for being nice. I really didn't get anything like mean at all. So thank you guys. I love you. That proves how much I love you too. Like, you guys are just so nice. I feel like we're just like really good friends. And if you guys have any other assumptions about me, leave them down below. I hope this video cleared any questions you had or got to know me better. I don't know, but I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. It's crazy that you're moving